Welcome to DC. You know where you're at, the USA cap. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act, oh you gon' be right back. Well we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. You know where you're at, the USA cap. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act, oh you gon' be right back. Well we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. DC, the home of Chuck Brown. Oh, you don't know it's
Peace, and welcome to another edition of Up and Up TV. I'm your host, Truth Hall, and I'm here today with my very special guest, the multi-talented Mambo Sauce. Say what's up. Before we get started, of course, I'm going to have all the band members break down exactly who you are and what's your part in the band.
My name's Malachi Reds. I'm the record label, the manager, and the guitar player.
I'm Yendi Brown on lead vocals.
Keyboard Chris, keyboards.
My name's Twink. I'm the drummer.
Black Boo, lead vocals, cowbell player. Pep conga player.
Kyrie bass guitar.
Okay, now, most of us know Mambo Sauce is a very exclusive carry-out combo extra, should I say, that goes on the chicken here in DC. Why the name? Who chose the name? Who responsible for the name? Who came up with it initially? And who want to break it down for me? You want to break it down for me then?
I came up with the name actually as a joke, but it's something that you only can get in DC. You know what I'm saying? It's Mambo Sauce. It is what it is. You can only get it here. What is it, Reds? What's the slogan? There's three things you hold on. I'm gonna pass it over.
There's only three things you can get in DC: the president, go-go music, and Mambo Sauce. We can help you with 2 out of 3.
Alright, and with that being said, that's not the only special thing that you can only get this in DC and that Mambo Sauce is exclusive. You're not like regular go-go bands. You guys have a niche, and your niche is all original music, which I like to explain why all original and what goes on into making all original music.
Well, you know, Reds, he formed his plan as far as making all original music. With go-go now, a lot of people are doing cover songs, and that's cool for the area, but when you're trying to get national recognition, you have to make original music in order for people in other locations to really appreciate it and to understand what you're doing. So, I mean, that's where we basically come from. A lot of us have a go-go background. We played in bands that played cover songs, but right now, you know, this is what we do. This is our niche, and we loving every minute of it, man.
Speaking of original music, as Black Boo just touched on, how do you plan on marketing original music outside of the DC area?
Well, go-go music, is our music. The foundation is go-go, you know. But we also dip into R&B, into hip hop, into rock, into all different types of music. So we can market it just like they market R&B, just like they market hip hop. You know, it's just the foundation of it is go-go. So it's really no different than any other major artist that's out here. It's just that we have our own form of music that's never been introduced to the world. You know, so we just saturate everything else and go from there.
Speaking of the whole everything's natural and it's just go-go based, you guys have a single on the radio now that's basically one of the largest singles, I guess, since Sexy Lady. What's the single, y'all? Hold on, y'all got rocking. We got some real Mambo Sauce fans here. With all that pressure from that single, I mean, do you guys feel pressure from the single, number one? And number two, what do you plan on your follow-up single being?
I can't speak for everybody else. I don't think that we feel pressure. I know that we know what we're capable of putting together, and I think that the next thing we come out with is going to be just as powerful, just as great. I think the kids are going to love it, moms and dads are going to love it, and hopefully everybody in DC will love it, because that's the name of the next single, DC.
All right, other than you making original music, unlike most bands in the city that do covers or what have you, what is special about Mambo Sauce? What do y'all feel like y'all bringing to the go-go industry and that y'all are here to change?
Well, I mean, original music is just the foundation. It's just what you about to say? Yeah, we're bringing Kyrie to the front. That's what we're bringing. Nah, I mean the original music is just the first step. in what we're doing. Basically, this whole band is not run like a go-go band. The goal of this band is not to get as many weekly shows as we possibly can, and play every week in DC. The goal we go and furthermore, not to go to other cities that already are familiar with go-go. Our goal is to expand to places that are not familiar with go-go already, because the reality is people like it if it's packaged in a certain way. So all we're doing is trying to fine-tune the way that it's packaged and deliver it to the greater marketplace.
Okay. Also, what I noticed about Mambo Sauce, and I was here about a week ago with you guys, opened up at William Word Middle School. That following Sunday, you guys had a teen night. You performed for a teen night. And I also noticed if you listen to the words in Miracle, it's very, very inspirational. Are y'all conscious by default, or are y'all conscious as an effort? Is that an effort to be more conscious, or are y'all going that way?
Yeah, this is a very good question. It's actually by it's sort of by default. I mean, obviously everybody in this band, has a conscience, and we all strive to be the best people that we can be. However, not every single song we do is positive, but none of the songs we do are negative. So.
Speaking to touch on one more song, you got a song called Fair Weather Friends. Fair Weather Friends. In the go-go industry, that seems to be the whole thing. Fair weather people. 1 minute you hot, the next you performing weekly shows, and then, everybody turn their back on you. They ain't got no more crank with them. How do you guys plan on going through the phase and staying around here and just becoming relevant now that your name is out there? Because I know this didn't happen overnight, and we want to talk about the beginnings. We're going to kind of rewind to talk about the beginnings. But how do you plan on fighting through all that pressure of the city that's like crabs in the barrels?
We don't want to get into the thing of playing every week, so we have the longevity that the other groups have, and plus I think we can just continue to put out great hits anyway.
As a band, all bands, everybody grow up as a musician. I want to get some of you guys musical backgrounds. Who were your influences? Who collectively, like if you guys had to pick a few bands that you look up to and inspire you in this genre, outside this genre, who would it be?
Anybody but Northeast Groovers. Let me clarify, half the damn band played for Northeast Groovers before. I'm just kidding. Any go-go band that's come down the pike, and any artist that's ever done something that really came from their heart, that's who inspires me.
All right. Let's rewind, and we're gonna put this at the beginning of the interview. But let's rewind to the putting this band together. How did this band come about? Who's the captain of this band, and how did you pull all this talent together and get them to be Mambo Sauce?
Somebody else answer that.
Let him answer that, please.
Oh, you can. I answered it.